Sometimes you find the news, and sometimes the news finds you.
All stations can keep up. At Adaba FM, we not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but we also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. Adaba 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's 3 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Adeola Adekunle with Adaba News at 3 in the news. Presidential Election Petition Tribunal reserves ruling on Atiku'S request for live coverage to proceedings. Federal government closes a failed section of bridge in Lagos. Police arrest suspects in connection with Anambra attack.
This is the news.
The Justice Aruna Samani-led 5-member panel of the Presidential Election Petition Court has reserved ruling till a later date on the application by Atiku Abubakar and the People's Democratic Party for live televising of the court's proceedings. Justice Samani made the announcement a moment ago after the court took arguments from lawyers to parties in the case. Petitioner's lawyer Chris Uche Essien prayed the court to grant his client's request, while lawyers to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), President-elect Bola Tinubu, and the All Progressives Congress urged the court to reject the application. Abubakar Mahmood Essien for INEC, Wole Olanipekun Essien for Tinubu, and Lateef Fagbemi Essien for the APC described the application as ridiculous, intended to trivialize the court's business. They added that the court has met the constitutional requirement by making sufficient arrangements for the public to follow the proceedings by allowing a large media presence and providing huge television screens at the court. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has urged royal fathers and clerics to ensure the stabilization of the incoming administration. The Sultan, who doubles as President General of the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, spoke while seeking prayers for the success of Tinubu's administration during a roundtable meeting with traditional religious rulers in Abuja. He said nothing can stop the inauguration of the president-elect, Bola Tinubu, on May the 29th. The Sultan charged Nigerians to continually support the incoming government to succeed. He asked Nigerians to be united and work towards ensuring equity and justice. In Nigeria today, illegal dumping of refuse, mostly in industrial and municipal areas, has become a major issue of concern to human and the environment. The present environmental pollution derived from solid waste littering has created a lot of health challenges to residents around illegal dump sites. In this report, Adaba FM's correspondent, Oluwaseun Adebolu, looked at the rate of indiscriminate dumping of refuse in Ado-Ekiti, the capital of Ekiti State. His report.
Indiscriminate dumping of refuse has become a norm in Ekiti State, despite the level of education of the citizens. Ojaba Market is a project initiated by the Fisheries Administration, and the Ado City Center Bus Terminal, a project executed by the Fire-led administration, both situated at the heart of Ado Ekiti. In between the two buildings is an illegal dumping site. If actions are not taken, this could cause health hazard for both buyers and sellers in the town. Apart from that, Okeyimi Street, Shasha Market, Ikere, and Agric-Olokpe areas in Ado Metropolis is an eyesore as there are illegal dumping sites in these areas. Adaba FM visited the places, but the situation is worrisome as drainages in the markets and streets were filled with both solid and liquid waste. Some residents, Mr. Okpeyemi Arowoshegbe and Mr. Adiapata, described the situation as unfriendly.
The government should do something about this issue of dumping refuse by the roadsides, because it's becoming unbearable. And if you look at it from outside, it is not even healthy. Besides some of this refuse, there are even some people later in the day that will put their goods there, they sell things there, some things like that. So if you look at all those things combined together, it is not good for the health of the citizens.
When the wind blows, we can smell it all over the place. And then when you're passing, you can see the whole thing. It's just uncalled for. Where we buy food, that they should continue to turn it to dump site.
The Seriki of Shasha Market, Malam Nuru, explained that considering the population of the market, big waste bin is needed for the people to drop their refuse.
We are many here. To be controlled is not easy. Unless maybe if there is some certain things that or some certain plan that will have in order maybe to get some spaces, or either maybe the government must be intervening into this issue in order for them to be helping us to be supporting for this issue.
When contacted, the General Manager, Ekiti State Waste Management Board, Mr. Ayola Oshalusi, said the agency will collaborate with other necessary agencies to address the issue.
I do say it every time that we need to change our attitude, which they are not ready to. Our attitude towards waste dumping is not encouraging at all. They dump indiscriminately, despite the fact that we accost people, we take them to court, we charge them, we fine them. They still insist in doing all these things. So all we need to do is to still keep appealing to them and they should change their attitude.
He called on the residents of the state to desist from indiscriminate dumping of refuse on the median and in drainages. For Adaba FM, I am Oluwaseun Adebolu.
Now, the federal government has directed the immediate closure of the Jora-Olokpa Bridge following the discovery that some miscreants have tampered with the major reinforcement elements of the deck from underneath, which led to the failure of a section of the bridge along Ijora-Olokpa Road in Lagos. The Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, made this known in a statement signed by Special Advisor on Communications, Mr. Akim Bello. The statement observes that roads leading directly to the bridge, such as Costain Inward, Eco Bridge, and Carter Bridge, descent inward, Ijora-Oloye, have been closed to traffic from last night. The Federal Controller of Works in Lagos has also issued the traffic advice to ensure that motorists and other members of the commuting public are able to use alternative routes. You're listening to Adaba News at 3 on 88.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Ilaramokin. After the break, police arrest suspects in connection with an Anambra attack. Details in the second part of the bulletin. Join us again.
Warm greetings from Achievers University, Owo, a private university with distinction.
You can place your business and brand adverts on Adaba 88.9 FM online platforms, at Adaba FM TV, on YouTube, Adaba 88.9 FM on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. With an audience of over 60,000 people across all our social media platforms and a reach of over 315,000 overall. Call these numbers today to push your market before that audience. Kadzim on 080-30414344 or Hazan on 080-650-77920. or Feyi on 0814-138-8719 or Temi on 080-66766-944. You can place your business and brand adverts on Adaba 88.9 FM online platforms, at Adaba FM TV, on YouTube, Adaba 88.9 FM on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. With an audience of over 60,000.
Glad to have you back for news update and live streaming. Visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/AdabaFM88.9 on Facebook, at Adaba889FM on Instagram, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. And now to the rest of the bulletin. The police command in Anambra State has said that 2 suspects have been arrested in connection with Tuesday's attack on the U.S. consulate convoy in Ogbaru local government area. Preliminary investigations conducted by the police revealed that 7 persons were killed in the assault, as 3 were U.S. consulate officials and 4 were mobile police escorts. Speaking on the development, Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Echeng, said a joint security task force comprising police tactical teams and troops of the Nigerian Army and Navy raided the suspects' hideout at Ugwaneocha community within Ogbaru local government area. The security operatives, upon arrival, met a deserted camp, and while the camp was razed down, the commissioner disclosed that 2 persons of interest have been arrested and they are under interrogations by the police. The commissioner also stated that the victims, 5 male officials of the U.S. Embassy and 4 armed police escorts from Lagos, were on a mission to assess the impact of erosion in Ogbaru local government area. The Chairman National Population Commission (NPC), Mr. Nasir Issa Kwara, has revealed that over 200 billion naira has been spent so far on preparations for the postponed 2023 housing and population census. Issa Kwara stated this during a meeting in Abuja. The NPC chairman said though 800 billion naira was budgeted for the exercise, only 224 billion naira was presently released by the federal government. He noted that President Muhammadu Buhari postponed the census after several meetings with stakeholders in late April. Issa Kwara said the incoming administration of President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will decide on the date the exercise will hold. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has expressed sadness over the death of His Eminence, Dr. Sunday Mbang, who served as its former president. The organization said he played a crucial role as the pioneer co-chair of the Nigerian Interreligious Council. A statement by the president of CAN, Archbishop Daniel Oko, says the late emeritus prelate of the Methodist Church, Nigeria, was a great leader and a unifying force in the Nigerian Christian community. The statement adds that the contributions to the growth and development of the church in Nigeria would always be remembered. Sports. Nigeria's Flying Eagles have arrived in the city of Mendoza on Wednesday evening, 4 days before their opening match of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup finals against the Dominican Republic. The team, led by head coach Ladan Bosu, touched down at Aeroporto International Airport, Mendoza, and was received by NFF's head of international competitions, Dayo Enebi Acho, and officials of the local organizing committee of the championship. The Nigeria Football Federation had set up a pre-World Cup training camp for the Flying Eagles in Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina, where the team defeated an Argentine second division team, Almirante, and battled out a 3-3 draw with fellow World Cup finalists Colombia in friendlies. Nigeria will be making their 13th appearance at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup finals, opened their World Cup campaign in Group D against Dominican Republic on May the 21st, and will also play Italy and Brazil in that order in the group phase. To end, Adaba News at 3, a recap of our top stories. The Justice Haruna Samani-led 5-member panel of the Presidential Election Petition Court has reserved ruling till a later date on the application by Atiku'S and the People's Democratic Party for live televising of the court's proceedings. The federal government has directed the immediate closure of the Jora-Olokpa Bridge following the discovery that some miscreants have tampered with the major reinforcement element of the deck from underneath, which led to the failure of a section of the bridge along the Jora-Olokpa Road in Lagos. And we also told you that the police command in Anambra State has said that 2 suspects have been arrested in connection with Tuesday's attack on the U.S. consulate convoy in Ogbaru local government area. And that's news at 3. It was edited by Olayinka Ojo. I'm Adeola Adekunle. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.
Ìròyìn tó jójú lówó.